Women should have rights.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Why? It's just,
I'll make it easier. Do you think women should have jobs?
of course.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? Yeah, they should have jobs.
I'll make it easier. What do you think of women with a body count above 0?
What?
You see these women out there in the streets.
What's your body count?
Well, I'm a man. It doesn't count.
Right.
Do you think women should have breakfast?
I'm sorry.
Do you think women should exist?
Are you okay, bro?
I've never spoken to a woman in my life.
What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One's History, and today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. And when I was looking at this topic, I said, okay, a lot of people, especially just humans in general, would actually bypass or negate anything that was negative or stressful to them because, less stress, more happiness, more fulfilling life, right? Well, today, we're not going to be doing that so much. We're actually going to be diving straight into the eye of the hurricane. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm speaking in reference to men and women who actually hate podcast bros. Yeah, that's correct. Not passport bros, but podcast bros. Please, you guys, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This way you're updated for all cool new content that's coming out. Look, man, I don't hate or, get angry at people who make videos about podcast bros because honestly, some of it is funny. I mean, I'm not too proud to, laugh at some of the things that I see and even myself in some cases. So, I think some of it's funny. And then on top of that too, others might not be so much because there's a message that's trying to be delivered. And then on top of that, some of this stuff that they're actually, accusing these guys of is just not factual. And then some of it is. But with that being said, let's get into these videos, man. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment inside the comment box. We're going to get into it, you guys. Let's go.
I would assume you are, what's the opposite of homosexual?
Heterosexual.
I would assume his ass is a homosexual. And he different. So if he was not a homosexual,
You gotta say heterosexual.
a heterosexual. So if he was a heterosexual, bro, I'm gonna assume that you a heterosexuals and bro a heterosexuals too. I'm already a heterosexual. So I'm assuming everybody who hangs with me is a heterosexual, bro. If you not a heterosexual, I would assume you are, what's the opposite?
All right. Come on, guys. Seriously. You can't not listen to that and not think that that's funny. It's just pure satire, man. I know once you hear a thing so much, because a lot of these guys on here, including myself, we have the same talking points in, because we've been raised, generally speaking, with fathers. And those fathers who grew up in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, they had a same type of creed, so to speak, that they actually grew up with and believed in. And those things were passed down to us. And the people who, have not had fathers and things like that typically grew up in a more liberal household. And it makes the dynamic when you're trying to conversate with these guys different. Whether you guys are from the same ideology when it actually comes to being a Republican or a Democrat, it just makes the dichotomy like that much more different. Just different. And some of you mesh together, some of you don't mesh together, and then some of you are cool, until you guys are older and then you just stray away, and it just is what it is. It's called life. But, some people, when it comes to podcast bros, they just don't get it. And I'm okay with that.
I believe my wife getting pregnant is cheating. Your wife being impregnated by another man is definitely cheating. No, by me. Oh, you see, if I get my wife pregnant and the gender of that baby is a boy, then I have to share my wife's uterus with another man for the next 9 months.
Come on.
No, that's definitely disrespectful to you as a man, as a high value man. Because as an alpha male, that's not something I can allow. My wife is my own. And you're telling me I have to watch another man breastfeed from my wife. That's not okay. Absolutely not. And the fact that your wife might allow that, that's terrible. No, I could just never allow my wife to get pregnant because do you know how women are after they get pregnant? Oh, they're so lazy, they're not able to fulfill their wifely duties. They become sitting baby sacks. Nothing else. I saw that video where everybody got upset at the husband for eating half a woman's granola bar while she was in labor. That's nothing. If that woman was a true traditional wife, she would have brought an air fryer into that labor and delivery room. If it was me, I would have ate the whole granola bar.
Come on, man. Okay, I gotta stop this. This is complete and utter satire. This is crazy. It's funny a little bit too. But I gotta speak on this really quick, y'all. She's talking about, babies being considered a man, while they're in their uterus, and men don't want another man in their uterus. That is completely and utterly ridiculous and false. And I understand that it's just a joke. I understand that it's just a skit. But some people will look at this stuff and be like, oh, they're really talking like that. No, no, no. They're not talking like that. And it irks me as a person who makes content because you'll get people who will watch the short videos and they'll hear something that's actually stitched together because a lot of these guys are actually doing this with like different software and AI software that literally stitches this up for you. And they think that these guys and myself are going in and cutting this up. No, the AI is doing this. So if you want to listen and understand what these guys are truly saying, go ahead and watch the full content. It's literally, guys are literally only making the content anywhere from like 20 to 30 minutes. Check at least half of it out, you guys. You would be surprised on how in the middle these guys are.
Have to understand, bro. If a woman has more than one body, she's a thought, bro. Honestly speaking, like for real, like nobody, no man wants their.
So I'm checking out the theme of today. It's just going to be more of satire, but let's go.
Dream woman, their dream wife to be ran through. So if you have more than one body, like you're already used goods, like.
But wait, what about our mothers though? Cause they had
no. Like our moms, that doesn't count for our moms or sister aunts, grandmas. Like
that's
it
what I
doesn't count
thought.
for the women in our family, bro.
That's
I'm just
what
saying,
I
like
thought.
like women,
I know what you're talking about, bro. Like I feel like women, they only want to go after a bag. Like they always chase after a bag.
Exactly, yeah.
Like ever since I got my new job, and I feel like when the money flowing in, that's the only women
did you
want.
Get that promotion at Walmart? You got it?
Yeah. They I'm in inventory now. It's $75 an hour now, so it's better.
That's really good. But yeah, like women. I'm telling you, like I know women. I know them. All they want to do is have sex. Like they put on this vibe, like they don't or whatnot. But they're all hoes, bro. They all want to have sex more than we do. Like that's all they want. I know this because I know.
Okay, so there's some truth to what they're saying. As far as, podcast bros and, different male center guys or whatever, I have heard some guys actually say all women want to do is have sex. And I know women are much more complex than that. Some of this stuff I agree with, some of it I don't. Are there women who are out there like that? Absolutely. But I don't think that it's the majority of them in this particular case, I would say. With that being said, going into actually saying that, she has one kid and, I can't deal with that. A lot of guys wouldn't have an issue with actually a woman having one kid as long as that father wasn't in that child's life or something like that. Or if he actually had a kid himself. I can see them, with blended families, just, being ready to work it out and things like that. I don't consider that an issue. But that's not what men are talking about. Men are actually speaking in regards to women having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 8 kids. Okay? It gets that deep. And these women are saying that these men should take a bad deal and actually deal with these women who have 2 or 3 kids. No, No, a lot of these men are not doing it. They have recognized their value. They have recognized their power. They're seeing that they are a commodity when they go over to these other countries. A lot of these men are working on themselves. A lot of the men are getting fit. A lot of these men are getting their finances together. And they're saying, why should I take you? What do you have to offer? And it seems so irritating to women. It's almost like nails screeching on the chalkboard when they hear something like that. But it is what it is, man. I mean, I hear stuff, or I've heard stuff all the time that I didn't like, in regards to the way I may have looked or the way I may have did something or whatever the case may be. It's just life. People are not, everybody is not going to like us. It just is what it is.
That's your question. Are you in love with your wife?
No.
Neither.
What?
I don't believe in that shit anyway. It's
Okay.
it's overrated.
No.
Okay.
Listen,
Then why?
listen,
Okay.
see?
Y'all need to explain that shit to me then.
Okay, I think I get it.
No, I'm not in love with my wife.
Why?
I don't even know her. All my relationship with my wife is a relationship with myself. I'm just discovering parts of me, bro.
Mm.
We're lying to ourselves so fucking much
Yeah.
to hold up this story or this ideal,
Fantasy.
the fantasy, without, as opposed to just really fucking dealing with what's there and accepting it.
I
Well,
get
use the
it.
best of your ability.
I understand this. Now, how do you get women to understand that? Right?
But
Get them to bow out of the fantasy.
you get them to, by you bowing out.
And my wife thinks she's in love with me, probably. If someone asks her, she'd say, yeah.
It's a buzzword.
Yeah.
It's a concept that's been propagated, like in love, that we've adopted and creates an unrealistic expectation that we look for, and when it's not present, we feel something is wrong.
Yeah,
All right, you guys. I'm gonna break this down because this is very in depth, and I don't think they really explained themselves into what they were talking about and what they were trying to really say. So I'm gonna give my opinion on this and tell you exactly what I think they were trying to say. Now, he was asking the gentleman in black. He was like, "Are you in love with your wife?" And let's just change that love word to infatuation. I know he said what he said, but listen, love is different for men. I repeat, love is different for men. We love you with our commitment. We love you with our integrity. We love you with taking care of, you. We show a good portion of guys show love by actually showing you that we are protecting, we are providing, and we are listening to you and hearing what you say. The infatuation of love or having that little itty bitty feeling in your chest, yeah, that may happen sometimes and things like that, but we are not children anymore. We are just not. This is why, when men that are masculine actually speak in regards to women, and the first man that came to thought was Andrew Tate, when he actually speaks in regards to women, and he says, like, some women are actually children. And I think he speaks and says stuff like that in regards to women still having that love and that like giddy feeling in their chest or whatever, when they're talking to a man. That's how they want to feel. And, that's how children feel. I'm not saying a man can't have that feeling, but it's more on average that women actually do that than men do. And this is why they were saying that men are a little bit more logical. We are a little bit more thoughtful in what we actually do and consider, because we understand that there are real consequences for us and no one's coming to save us. So with that being said, I think I'm kind of understanding what he was trying to say. I don't think he really meant love, unless that's just how he feels and perceives infatuation. But I think it's more of a infatuation thing rather than love, like he was saying.
Women should have rights.
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Why? It's just,
I'll make it easier. Do you think women should have jobs?
of course.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? Yeah, they should have jobs.
I'll make it easier. What do you think of women with a body count above 0?
What?
You see these women out for the streets.
What's your body count?
Well, I'm a man. It doesn't count.
Right.
Do you think women should have breakfast?
I'm sorry.
Do you think women should exist?
Are you okay, bro?
I've never spoken to a woman in my life. Do you think
Okay.
women should have rights?
Okay.
Why?
I got. Damn it.
Why?
Okay, so I do know of a podcaster that actually talks like this. So I have heard a podcaster actually speak like this, like his cadence that he's doing. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to talk about anybody, but I have heard that cadence. Now, what they are actually saying, do you think zero bodies is too much for a woman? Do you think a woman should be able to vote? Do you think a woman should be able to have rights? Of course, a man thinks that a woman should be able to have rights. This is all satire, you guys. This is all satire. And, it just brings me back to kind of like what Kevin Samuels was saying about women, and it appears for some men too, is that, stricken arrows would be thrown and their dagger will actually be shame, insults, and guilt. And I think that's a lot of what's taking place on these little memes and also these different reels that we're actually watching. So it's all fun to me. It doesn't bother me at all a bit, but it's just it's satire. The majority of it, if not all of it, is all satire, you guys, and it just holds no weight when you're actually having a legitimate debate. It just doesn't. But it's funny though. It's real funny. But I digress. Let's get on to the next one. Let's go.
Yeah, because as a man, why is you out here getting your nails done? You need to be building shit and changing tires instead of getting manny and petties with the girls.
And women need to go back to cooking, cleaning, and staying in the house.
Excuse me? How we gonna do that if all y'all want to do is go 50-50 on the bills?
If we stand together, you paying half of your bills because you staying in half of the house.
What?
I ain't your daddy.
So I gotta cook for you, clean up, and have your babies?
And work. I ain't gonna be the only one working.
So what's your role in the house?
I work, come home to a hot meal every day, and I be the man of the house.
How you gonna be the man of the house if you going 50-50 with your girl?
Why am I paying all the bills when there's somebody else living in the house?
Bruh. See, this is why women single now. Ain't nobody doing all that. And y'all still expect some too? Oh, hell no. Count me out. I'm gonna just take care of my cats and be single because, no.
You might as well get you a rose while you at it too, because them cats are gonna keep you warm at night. I know my worth and I know my value. Hey, Kings, listen. Know your worth, know your value. You are the prize. And why don't y'all be paying for dates?
Oh, you sassy. So I gotta approach you, ask for your number, and send you some money to get your nails done too, huh?
And do.
This one got a little bit of sweetness to him, y'all.
Not too much, Boogie.
Oh, okay. The shame, insults, and guilt. He was a little sweeter. Anyway, we're not gonna even go there. We're not gonna go there. As far as this one is concerned, this is how I feel, man. Okay, let's get into this. Let's be serious a little bit. Okay, so when he was saying that, 50-50, I say this all the time too. A lot of men say 50-50, but it's really not 50-50. It's maybe like 60-40 or 65-35 or 70-30, somewhere around there where men just want to know that a woman is actually contributing to something. If a woman or anyone in general just doesn't contribute to a household, whether it actually be in regards to cooking and cleaning, house chores, or finances, the other person, the other spouse gets irritated because it feels like you're not chipping in. So I might not do the dishes all the time. I might not cook all the time, but I'll actually cook maybe like 2 days out of the week. My wife may not actually take care of all the bills or something, but she's going to take care of a light bill or a phone bill or maybe 2 or something like that. We're not saying it has to be split down the middle. And I think as far as a passport bro or a podcast bro or whatever you want to call us or me or them, I think the message is actually getting misconstrued. 50-50 doesn't mean a 50-50 down the line split. It means that you have to do something. You have to do something, and within reason to your relationship in its actual self. Meaning that what's good for the goose is not always good for the gander. That's what I mean. I mean, it has to fit you guys. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And I hope you guys get it. I hope you understand it. That's all we got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the show. What do you think? Is 50-50 a no-go when you're actually asking about, relationships and what a person should actually take care of? Or do you think that it should just be the man should take care of everything? Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you watching. And as always, I will holler at you later. Salute to all my sahibs, and y'all have a good day. Peace. You've made it to the end of this video, which basically means that we're best friends now. And best friends subscribe to best friends channels. And they like their videos too. So, I don't make the rules. It is what it is. You got to take that up under the Best Friend Act, code -7223-002. Write a subscription and subscribe.